Welcome back, everybody. So we're going to be heading now to Ludern, as we said in the last episode. Now's the time for us to really get going on this. I would like to build another roundel. I realized that I was just watching the last episode as it's being uploaded, that I need a roundel, so I'm going to look to produce that, possibly just get stuff on the way. It's only 6 and 3, so and look at our food. Food is the big issue right now for me because I want to have a lot of it stocked up. Just so that I don't have to worry too much about going around to towns, because I'm going to be trying to go through quite a few battles in a row, or at least movements around stuff in a row and rest in a lot. So I had explained this in the fourth episode. I enjoy bear. Bear is very heavy though. Bear is actually twice as heavy, a bit over twice as heavy as this a cooked food of the same type. But I've never seen bear bring a problem in terms of it not being cooked. So bear can be practical to just have around, especially early on. If early on you're not able to get to the pot, but you have a source of bear, you can just use bear instead, and not worry about the fact that the meat that you're using isn't cooked. So we're gonna head to the border, and then we're gonna head back. Could have done it the other way around, but I'm gonna head to the border in order to get a mission right now. And we accept this mission, which we need to go find a guy who's been locked up in the stone court. He was part of a mission within the lore. He was part of an expedition, so, and I won't go any further into it until we get to that point. But this is something right here. I don't want to get it right away because it actually scales up. Not that it matters that much since it's only a bow and something else, but anyway. And the bears, which I'd explained in the fourth episode also. There's always bears in here, in the woods. Whoop! There they are. Okay. So that just cost me some pure need or stop. I just don't want to fight that battle right now. It's a really long battle. because of how high level they are and how much health they have. It's going to be a really long battle, and I don't really see the purpose in doing that battle currently. I've already got 10, so I'm not going to. I'll take some just because in case anyone gets injured, I'll just take 4 and 4 of these, just so that I can make another 2 medicine if anybody gets injured. And it's cheap. It's less than less than 1 unit for the 4, since they weigh 0.1 units each. To store some stuff that I don't really need on this trek. So. Let's go see if the Yelby clan is selling any leather today. So we got all of the wood that we needed. So we need 6. And we're into Yeble, and we've got 1 more. So let's increase our restoration possibilities here. And a new mission for level 4 in the Mysteries Path. And we're going to buy another one right here. So there's 2 that we haven't bought yet, Cordia and Marheim. Obviously we could have bought them, and really you most likely should have bought them anyway, because it'll help you. It'll give you another 5 per. I just didn't do it. I wasn't thinking of it at the time. Sometimes I just don't think of stuff, so. But I am going to buy all of these right now, just so that I have a stockpile up, because this is the only place that you can get any in this whole, in Ludern. The only place you can get some is Yeble clan, and it's the only place that only has 1 place to buy those, so it's good to stock up on some materials beforehand. And we're going to be going after Bionn, so let's take Bionn. Let's try to get some more money out of Bionn. And can we? Oh, we were able to get it. Wonderful. we'll be able to talk to that guy later on and have him accept that other person as somebody who's allowed to live in Lugern. But currently, we're just not going to do that. And there we go, we were able to escape from those two battles. We don't want to take them. I just want to free up some space on the bounty board for other stuff. This is one of the best foods in the game, and it's really unfortunate that we can't actually get a recipe for it because critical hit increased by 10%. If you could do that at every rest for your units, I mean that's huge. That is absolutely huge. Our first second tier of food that we just learned. Now that we've got designated with Thor, and he's already an apprentice, so we can start learning some of our food stuffs now. And we're gonna go buy the vials, because if you remember, the flasks needed a lot of vials. So this is already going to give us 8, which means that we could produce 8 flasks right here, as long as we can get the cloth out. Cloth. Somebody should sell cloth. I believe that the merchant in Marheim, if I recall correctly, always sells cloth. So we're going to go over there to get some cloth later. There we go, we drop a Bionn right there, and we head over. Okay, open up that menu, and we're going to run away from it again, obviously. Or maybe not so obviously, but to me that's pretty obvious, because we don't want to meet any of them, not at the moment. We're going to do something first. Up here is Bionn, and we're going to go place a Bionn that gets us down so that we can go up and down it, and then we're going to go grab some croc swine and go kill her right away. With everyone at level 3, that's our first boss that we're going to take out. She's actually the hardest boss, in my opinion, and I'll explain why when we get to her. That's not good. That is not good. Why would it be deteriorating? So apparently because they're beside each other, it's deteriorating. That's really bad. And we don't have any, it's not like there's a reason why just from what they have. Um, this is not something that happens to me, actually. I've never run with two units who didn't like each other, and in this close proximity in terms of the camp also. Actually sharing the campfire, so I'm going to move one of them out of there and put Kagal sitting with Narcissus, and then Arthur on his own, because that's really bad. I do not like that. I mean, obviously I can get an achievement from it if they both wind up hating each other, but I do not like having these dislikes. That's a bad thing. That just doesn't work very well in terms of how all your units function together. I don't need any of those right now, so I'm not even going to bother stealing them. She's going to be an integral part of the main mission, eventually. And I could cut wood right now. Might as well. Okay, we continue our trek up. Grab those two, and now we're going to have to bypass these guys. Let's have them aggro me, and there you go. And we'll run by them. This guy right here, we're going to go help him out later on, when we have the space to be able to do that. And we're going to help this whole place out later too. We'll need quite a bit of wood actually to do that. You need 20 wood to help this city out and get all those armies of croc swine that are attacking them, get those out of the way. Alright, so now we've got the availability to get, that's right, we needed 2, didn't we? So let's steal them. Steal those. We don't quite have everything with him. We're missing aim with him, and we're missing taunt. I'm missing taunt with both. No, we're only missing taunt with one. So let's improve the skill. This means that it'll be 2 rounds instead of just 1 round for the slowdown. The slowdown will be 2 rounds instead. And knocks them back 3 meters. I mean, I'm pretty sure it always knocked them back 3 meters, but whatever. An extra round of slowdown, that's always good. And I don't really care about having the rest of them. So we take that away, and then So it's taunt and aim. I'm not going to bother with it right now. I'll buy them later on because I don't want to steal all this and then have even higher. I'm just going to buy beast taming, even though it's not necessary. And the damage of animals that's increased by 10%. Just buying it to have it. And here we go on the plateau, on Bionn's plateau. This has got a shield in it. Pretty good shield too. Actually, it has a shield that's going to help us right now. And it's not really great to have otherwise. You know, decent guard, decent armor. Quite good with the protection skill, but I barely ever use the protection skill myself. I don't find the use in it, and I usually will want to have bandit shields because of how powerful they are. Bandit shields reduce incoming shooting damage by 90%, so they're absolutely huge to have against the AI. And I'm going to drop myself my picky, and I can go get these guys right away. Okay, now we can go get our croc swine. Let's go see what. Okay, we're going to sleep first, and then we're going to take out a croc swine to capture them. Now we gotta actually find the croc swine. We're around here. Oh, there's some. Oh, beautiful. We got some that are actually attacking guards. As long as we can get them before the guards are over, we're going to be able to have the guards with us in battle, which is going to help get the odds up. And this will also allow me to grab him first before going into that battle. Oh, this guy, he's sad. He's so sad. I find him so sad. I always like to compensate him. Even though you can get the swage with just 50 influence, right now, influence is actually more worth a lot more to me than gold is. So. And there you go, you get the swage. Swage, which will allow Arthur to possibly get a superior quality item, has a chance to create it. So I guess it would be a greater chance to create it than what he normally has. I don't know what the chance is, but it's very low from all my tests except in this particular playthrough. In this Let's Play, it's been an extremely high chance of it, so anyway. So in order to attack the croc swine, we need to attack the croc swine, not the patrol. And here we go, and croc swine are level 4. Team that's going to scale us up a bit by capturing some, but I just need to capture them right now, and I'll show you why. Once we get to Bionn, you'll understand. Well, that was very unfortunate. Although I should have known that was going to happen. Why do I do that, you might wonder? I haven't explained it. It's just to maintain the VP so that I gain some valor points. Is he gonna die again? Oh no, he didn't. Okay, good. So I'll be able to go and capture him, and that'll be the first of the two that I want. I don't really care what they have in terms of stats. You know, I could be looking at their willpower and stuff, what they have in terms of willpower, and that is what I would be looking at for any captives that I would want to have that are important captives. Although these guys apparently all have 9 in terms of willpower, or you know, less, which is pretty bad. But I don't care because I just want them to die. So. And he missed. He missed. There we go, we captured him. Move him away. And heal Bionn. Go capture the second one right away. There you go, we got them both. Now we don't need any more. So I can just kill everything else. So torches can eliminate those swarms that they spawn when Croc Swine die. And those swarms are really powerful. They deal 10% damage, 10% direct health damage per action taken within their area. So if you just keep on taking actions within it, technically you would die for that. I mean, I haven't tested it, but it is what we're going to use against Bionn herself. So. Unfortunately, he's not going to serve us, the Galvanize, even though he looks like he will. He doesn't. I don't really understand why, but whatever. So now Bionn and Urkashet are best friends, which is very nice for those two. We're going to head up here, and we should be able to... Oh, not quite take it out, eh? Okay. There we go, and we can take it out now. And then head into him, take him, and there you go. Narcissus can take him out, so that's nice. If I do actually hit this point, which I doubt I will, because when you capture units, their willpower, this is basically the difference between your willpower and theirs. So when you have 70% of the willpower of all of the units on the battlefield, you get galvanized. When you have 90% of the willpower of all the units on the battlefield, you make them want to retreat. So I usually refuse that. In this particular battle, I would accept it if it came up, but I doubt it's going to come up from the simple fact that I capture 2 units. And when you capture units, their willpower is not deducted from the amount of willpower available in the battlefield for the enemy. For some reason, I don't know why. But if you kill them, it is deducted. Or if they die from any other source. You can, however, get the Valorous support there, as you saw, from being beside an ally who's not an ally. So even though the Galvanized troops won't give you that, the Valorous support will. there you go. See, as I said, we didn't even get it with those 2 units still giving their willpower to it. So. And now we've got our croc swine, and we're not going to give them anything. Because we're just not going to give them anything. So I'll be back in just 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, we're not giving these guys anything, as I was saying. But these units, I just want them to die. I want them to come into battle immediately and die. Too bad he's got this. Well, and we're pretty close to where we need to be going, so we're going to head right back. This was also why I wanted a lot of food, because they cost quite a bit of food, and I might have to rest. Well, I actually have to rest because I don't have any valor points, and I need some valor points so I could do this particular battle right now. So head back up. There we go. You can do it from either end. You can use it from either end. If you can't quite find the bottom, you can just use the top in order to get yourself through, or vice versa. Now, I had said that Bionn was what I found to be personally the hardest of all the bosses. We'll leave and we'll go rest first. Okay. And we're going to use our croc swine meat, even though it tastes horrible, apparently. Okay, you rest now. We're up to 4. 4 should be enough to do it. So, and what does he have to say for himself? Haven't slept this well in ages. Oh well, we don't even have either one of them, so I'll get another 2 by galvanizing it through. And we head into Bionn. As I was saying, so Bionn, I find, is the hardest one. The hardest of all the bosses. She's already level 6 right now. You see, I'm only level 3. But I've got quite a few units, and I've got 2 units that are level 4. Even though I haven't rested enough for her to necessarily scale to them, I think she's just scaling to the fact that I have 7 units in the party. This is the earliest that I've ever fought her in terms of the level of my units. I've never fought her at level 3 before. I've never been able to reach her before getting to level 4. She is kind of hard to reach, and depending on how you're playing, because I use the exploit, I didn't have to attack as much early on, where normally I would need to be fighting it just a bit more just in order to make some money. And not rely completely on trading, because relying completely on trading is kind of out of the game now. It used to be very possible. Now it's a lot less possible just from the spawn rate of trade goods in each one of the towns. So this is the earliest that I've ever met her. And there are times when I'm level 4 and she's level 8. But she could also just be level 5 herself when I'm level 4. So I think it has to do with the fact that I've got so many units. And she may have scaled from that one rest that we had also. So anyway, she's level 6. Which means that even when I get her weapon, there's a likelihood that I'm not going to be able to use it anyway. We'll see how it scales. And sometimes, I don't know how they've done these patches, but there are times when it scales down after killing the boss, and there are times when it scales back up. So, or where it remains at the level. So it would be level 6 weapon. We'll see if it's going to be a level 6 weapon. If it's a level 6 weapon, I can't equip it on Bionn until level 5 anyway. She's, close to being level 4, and then she'll be able to rush into level 5 anyway, so it should be soon, but I would prefer to be able to have it right away on her, and then I don't have to worry about her weapon anymore. We can just go do other things and get the weapons for the other units. Well, that was a mistake. I was supposed to have these guys with the baby mount collars on them, so they're going to attack twice onto her. I'm going to move everybody away from her so that she actually comes in to attack the box once. And I'm not going to bother at the moment with doing anything to her. I'll just gain some BP right now. And there you go. Now she's bleeding. And so you see what she does when she gets hit is she gets Bionn's Panic, which corresponds to the number of plague-ridden allies called by Bionn's Cray Scream. So the Cray Scream is this one right here. She screams and she calls in one. So every time she's hit, she will proc one panic. So a unit like Bionn, who's really powerful with her Rampage, that's three panics that'll proc with one Rampage. So, and then every other unit that's hitting, and obviously you can see we've got a lot of armor, we've got a very good guard, decent, at least a lot of health. The unit can be very, very difficult, even though she's got pyrophobia, so she's afraid of fire and takes 50% more damage from fire. That 50% more damage is not that much. It really isn't. It's not dealing the damage that it normally would, which would be a 10%. So technically, these two together should be 20% damage, right? Sorry, the other way around. This would be 20 and this would be 20. So normally it would be 40% damage. So within 2.5 turns, she should die just having these two on her. But it doesn't work that way. She doesn't lose 20% of her max health from being bleeding or on fire. And you'll see that when it comes into it. But, So I'll just gain some more DP right now. And he's dead. So the swarm is going to rush onto her on the next turn, as long as I'm able to keep her from moving right now. So I want her to kill the other Crocswine also, and then I want somebody to be placed around here so that they are the furthest, so that she's the closest target to both of these swarms, and then they're just going to aggro her and deal 10% damage per swarm per action that she takes. So every time she's going to attack, instead of bleed right now, will only affect her at the end of the turn. Completely so at the end of the entire round, because her turn ends at the end of the round, she attacks last, and she has all these actions which are separated by our turns, but they're still part of her actual turn. But each one of the actions that she takes, once the swarm is on her, it's going to deal 10% damage per swarm. So 1, 2, she's going to die very, very quickly, effectively. And there you go, she called in her little beastie, because, that's what she does. So I'm going to use a unit to kill it. I'm actually going to kill it with Arthur, I suppose. Can I kill it in one shot? No. So, boom, Poison Cloud. They drop the Poison Clouds. That's fine, I don't really care about that too much. I'll just head over here and let somebody heal it. And I want Thor to, because he's going to die on the next one, so now I can actually get the ovation so that they don't hit and then hit her again, right? Because I don't want her to be hit anymore at all, so that she's not calling in any of these Plague Ridden, because normally that's where her difficulty comes in, is that she's calling in Plague Ridden. You could try, I've tried this before, but it takes a lot of turns, and in the end she overwhelms you from it, just from the fact of killing your units, because she hits so hard. So you could try to just put bleed and burn on her and just stay there and try to deflect most of her shots, but she will eventually get a game, because eventually she's going to actually use 2 of these in a row at the same time. If the turns just keep on going, she just acts too quickly. So there you go, the ovation that we run off. And on the next one, she's going to kill the last one that we wanted her to kill. So we're going to, don't end with him. We're going to go in and we're actually going to hit her one more time. Yeah, we're going to have to do it on the other side. Well, actually, we'll just do it this way. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. See, what I could have done, if I'd been smart, I should have used Urkashet, brought her like a couple of turns before, instead of using Haroon, for example. Use Thor first, get the ovation out. Instead of using Haroon, come with Urkashet behind and attacked with Urkashet, or not attacked with Urkashet, sorry. Dropped the protection with Urkashet. Come behind, drop a protection with Urkashet, come back in with Bionn here, and stop one move away, and use my Torch Strike to not only hit her, but also kill the Crocswine itself, and then walk back. So then the Crocswine would die from my own hit, dropping his swarm right beside her. She becomes burnt. I walk back with Urkashet that's standing right beside her with the deflection. She's going to attack Urkashet, and he's going to deflect the shot. And then they're both going to aggro her immediately. And she's going to do the crazed scream, but that was her last one right before the turn. So I still want to do my Torch Strike now against her, so that she's burning as well. So that she's going to get a burn and a bleed on the first round, and then she's going to be aggroed by them for the second round right away. And now I move him into position to take her out, and I just taunt her. Boom, gain it, and protection. So now she's weakened, and I gain myself my protection, my deflection protection. And boom, she takes 58. So you see the burning did not deal that 10% damage against her. That 20% damage against her, obviously. It's only dealing 10% damage, and she had both, right? So bleeding and burning together only dealt 10% damage to her. So she's taking a lot less damage, no matter how you look at it. But now she's going to be taking a lot of damage. They both aggroed her and dealt her some damage out also. So she lost another 100 right off the bat from that. And now she's going to do a double swing in. So I'm going to protect against one of the swings. And I'll take the damage from... Actually, I'm going to run out and run back in, just so that I don't take the damage from the burning. So boom, she took another 45 and another 45, and boom, she took another 45 and another 45. She's only, you know, she's very close to being dead right now. I can move Bionn up over here, rush Bionn in, and hopefully, Bionn can't take him down. That's alright. I mean, she can kill him, but he still drops his poison down. Doesn't matter. There you go. And now she's going to, on her craze scream, she's going to die on. Will she die on her? No, she won't quite die on her craze scream. But I can come in and actually use somebody else to get her weakened and protection on myself and get away. And now she's almost dead. So she's healing herself a bit within the poison clouds. But we're still very, very good. And since she's still got all of her armor, I'm not going to bother attacking her with anything. So I just gained my VP right now. I will gain some more VP right now. And then she's going to try to attack. And boom, boom, she's down to 2 right now. So I can end this right now. Here we go. And then we can move him in and get another deflecting shot. Whoops. Get another taunt and deflect another one. And we end it, and she's dead. There we go. That's it for Bionn.